Welcome back to Shire Farm and the GrainMan YouTube channel. As you can see, we're continuing on the work from the last episode. I've just taken the new tractor and trailer that we bought at the end of the last episode, just literally offloading it now into the grain silo, which is actually part of this map, so that's quite a nice addition. And then we're going to continue on with the work that we started with the field, hopefully get it finished in a short time lapse, and then move on to doing some baling and carrying on expanding the farm. I'll see you on the other side of the time lapse. while I'm just tipping this next load, I thought I would just discuss some of the bits and bobs that we're going to be doing with the farmyard. Because we've only got £8,000, I think it would be a good idea to potentially sell the very large cow barn, because that should make us quite a bit of money to allow us to buy things like the baler, a cultivator, a fertilizer. On this map I'm actually going to do liquid fertilizer, because on most of the series I usually do, I would normally just look at doing solid fertilizer and manure maybe, if I've got a good enough supply. But I think on this one we will start with some kind of liquid fertilizer, mainly because I'd like to run a series and get a self-propelled sprayer, really, because there's some nice mods out there as well for the sprayers, and I think it would be something a bit different to try. So I'm going to let this fill the trailer, get the combine back on the field, and I'll see you on the other side. I'm actually going to set the AI on the field for a while I just go and take this trailer load again into the silo, and then I'm probably going to look at getting rid of the cow barn and seeing what sort of money that gives us back, and look at potentially buying a baler and probably start doing a little bit of baling to change it up on this video a little bit, because I think if I don't, it's just going to be one big time lapse of harvesting, which is okay, but I just think it can be a little bit boring to watch. So we'll probably look at changing that up. So we'll just get this tipped, and then we'll look at deleting this cow barn, see how much we can get. So 375, that's pretty good, so I think we will do that, and then we'll look at putting a cow barn back without a feeding robot, which is something I discussed in my first video. I actually have run one with a feeding robot before a series, but I'd like to run it with a manual. I quite like having the self-propelled TMR mixers as well, so we shall see how this goes, and this should give us a little bit of money back to get the series kicked on a little bit as well. Gives us a bit of free space as well, which is fine. I'll probably keep the manure pit there for now. Both the silage pits will stay as well, because I think it's something we want to be able to put in as well. It just gives us a little bit of extra freedom with access, etc. So let's see how we get on. We will go back 383,000, so that's pretty good. Still got a £300,000 loan, so actually we've only got 83,000. We've still got to look at getting a baler, potentially upgrading this track with a little bit more power, because something that I said in the first video is this map's got some nice undulations and contours on the fields, which is nice, as you can see over there. It is a very nice map for just not being completely flat and a little bit featureless, so it's quite nice to have that. And I do like fields that have hedges as well, because I'm from the UK, so it's kind of something I'm used to as well. Where I grow up, actually, it's quite a heavily agricultural industrial area, really. So an awful lot of areas with a lot of fields, mainly flat where I am though, but still they do have hedgerows, etc., to give the fields a little bit more contour. So what we'll do now is we'll carry on with a little bit more harvesting. I'm going to leave the tractor here. We'll have a quick look at what balers we can pick out. So I do have a mod baler that I've used in the past that I quite enjoy using. I believe it is installed. Yep, one of these two. So they're quite cheap as well, which I think is a good idea. And they still do 240 centimetre bales. Not a massive amount of power needed, 115, so that's pretty good. This tractor has got 125, that's good. So I think, so we're not going mad, because we could go for potentially one of those, or a big quadrant baler maybe. I haven't got any Heston balers on this series at the moment. I do know these are Massey Ferguson Heston baler mod. I'm not going to run it on this series, I don't think. So we will probably go for that one, because I have used this one before. And we are going to change. No, I think wide tyres actually. I quite like the wide tyres. I'll go for yellow. BKTs, Michelin's, don't like the Trelleborg with the double wheels. It looks a bit like a go-kart. I'd rather have a big wide back tyre, so I think we'll go for that. So we will buy that. Yep, okay. What we'll do, we'll swap to combine. See how we're doing for that. 63, so might just about have time to take the trailer down the field a little bit. And then what we'll do, we'll go back into a time lapse of me driving to the pick up the new baler, bring it back to the field, and we'll start doing some baling. Many thanks to you on the other side. And here we have our new John Deere 690 square baler. So hopefully everybody agrees that this should be a welcome addition to the farm, and should allow us to potentially get a little bit of money back from what we've been spending. So what I'm going to do while I'm here is I am going to look at upgrading the power of this tractor. I've got a little bit more money. I'm not going to repay the whole loan, I don't think, straight away. What I'm probably going to do is pay some of it back to reduce the amount we get charged every month, and then I'm going to look at potentially putting in some productions, well, not productions but generators, cellular generator, and probably a mod for a windmill, so at least then it's actually earning us some money back to cover the loan payment, which what I've done in the past with a couple of my other games and series. So it does allow us then to have the money to coming in to cover us for those loan payments, so we can then start growing the farm, because I don't want to be constantly doing the same jobs. I do think I might change that big field that we're harvesting at the moment to maybe split it in half maybe, and half, so it just mixes up a bit. So probably do a potato or sugar beet crop on one side, and then a grain or a wheat crop in the other, so it just breaks up a little bit. So what can we go to? 135, 145, 155, 22 grand. Don't think we need to go all the way to there. So at 125 at the moment. I think probably, well, if we go 155, it's only 22. So yeah, I think we'll go all the way to the full on that, to be honest with you. So we'll do that. Yep, yes please. That gives us a little bit more power. And then probably while I'm here, actually, I will pay a little bit of money off the loan. So we'll repay some. Let's do a little bit more. And about, if we can, 150. There we go. That looks like a good amount. So let's get back in the tractor, and let's get it back to the field, and let's start doing some baling once I've taken the trailer to the combine and emptied it out again and started the AO worker off again. So I shall see you on the other side. one thing I think we should probably do actually with some of this harvest is put it into the chicken coop so we can get some chickens and then get some eggs. So it's another form of income. And actually, I've just realised there is one member of the farm that I've not introduced anybody to, and that is the dog that we've got. So once I've done this, I'll see about playing a bit of ball with him. Oh, I need to change the way that the trailer tips actually, don't I? So if I pull forward a little bit and then I'm going to pull back, actually do a side tip and fill up this. Hopefully it should go into the trigger. I don't know if it will or not. Nope, not this time. That's a shame. So we can give it. Ah, there we are. There's the trigger. Sorry, doggy. Give me a sec. There we are. While that's tipping, let's go say hello to the dog. There he is. Hey boy. Yes. Where's your bowl? Can we find your bowl? Oh, Todd. Oh, there we are, Todd. We shall do that. Let's get the ball. Is that better? Good. Right. I shall look at. A little bit in there, so not too bad. What is that stuff this time? There's a few points on this, collision points on this map that I have found actually that are a little bit troublesome sometimes. Still there by the looks of it. Let's go straight and go from there, shall we? Seems to be better. Okay, enough. We've still got a pretty small tractor and trailer for doing that. I believe I've seen on Mod Hub there's probably even some smaller trailers as well. So, and the one thing I have actually not mentioned in any of my videos so far, previous one and in this one so far, is obviously there's quite a lot of collectibles on this map. Now I'm not planning to collect all of them, but I think all the ones around the farmyard, since it's only £1,000 for each collectible, I think it's probably a good idea, to be honest with you. So can't see why we shouldn't. So let's just empty this trailer, and I think what we'll do is we shall finish the harvest and look at potentially starting the baling in the next video. So thank you very much for joining me, and hope to see you again soon.